What's happening out there, world? I know it's so late. This is the late show. So who's watching? Give me some comments. Drop some comments in there. Let me know who it is. I see Philly Jones is watching. Philly, you're up late. Did you want to learn how to make a raspberry oat flour crumble? Well, if not, let's at least have a toast. Let's have a toast to day 41. Ladies and gentlemen, day 41 here in quarantine, and I think I can see over here on this tiny little screen that Erin's up! What up, Erin? Oh, I'm so happy. So happy to see that on this screen over here on the Instagram. You know, we're trying it out. So cheers to day 41. We have made it at least halfway. Let's hope that it's that we're in the final stretch here of quarantine times, although none of us really know when this is going to be up. But filming this show has been an incredible experience to focus on, you know, what I might have to offer. And so, you know, we'll see what's cooking in my kitchen tonight. We are having a blast here today. Cheers. Having a blast, celebrating the sunny weather, and that we can get outside in bathing suits. And I see Erin is watching on 2 screens. What? That's amazing. And I see TJ's watching. What up, my brother? How you doing? How you doing? What's happening out there? I know that everybody loves the strawberry rhubarb. And so I want to bring this recipe because, let's see, where do I put my beverage here? Because strawberry rhubarb is a perfect combination of sweet and tangy and sour. And a pie is something that I love to do, but I'm gonna go with the crumble. And you ask, what is the difference between a crisp, a cobbler, a crumble, a bucket, a buckle, a grunt, all these things? And so I did a little bit of research to find out. So in case you were dying to know, a crisp has a crisp cookie-like topping. A cobbler is the dough biscuits kind of baked on top. A crumble is a combination of both, which is why I'm down. I'm down with the crumble. The buckle is an old world recipe where the fruit is bubbling underneath and the dough is put on top and it kind of buckles into the fruit. And then I found out that there's something else called a grunt, which doesn't sound appetizing at all. And that was cooking over the open fire on a pot and stewing the fruit and throwing the mixture, the bread, flour, sugar, baking powder, whatever they had on top of that. And I don't know why it's called a grunt, but anyway, these are fascinating things. Fascinating things. And Kippy is watching. I love you, baby. I am missing you so much, and I'm so inspired by the work that you are doing. It's so great to look up and look on the screen and see 2 of the people that are inspiring me the absolute most right now and making me feel brave enough to do this, because I do get a little nervous before I press the live thing. And then I just think about my new mantra, which I have learned from my dear friend Erin here, that when we're doing this and we're putting ourselves out there during these quarantine times, we really just need to not think too much and be, you know, wabi-sabi, imperfection, perfection, and just, you know, I'm just gonna say it, and give 0 fucks at all. 0 fucks about whether it's cool or it's good or anything about that. So we can just be real and be hanging together. And so I'm gonna put on my little apron. I have such a great collection of vintage aprons, and I'm having fun using them. My vintage aprons are from Relic Vintage in San Francisco, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Oren, the owner of Relic Vintage, where I have procured the large majority of my vintage collection. And this one is just too cute. So I had to wear it with that old 2000 Dolce & Gabbana dress for you guys tonight. And since I'm not performing at my home, Berber, I brought my shoes out for the show tonight. And we will be toasting to the birthday girl this evening. It is Yvette's birthday. Yvette, are you watching? I don't know if you are, but maybe you will be later. Viva's watching. Look at this. I got my whole Berber family on this green here. So you know how I like to celebrate people and life. And I found my way to the most fantastic live performance art supper club in the Bay Area through my friend Yvette. So I'm gonna toast to her and also sing happy birthday, because that's what we do before we start this recipe. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Yvette. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Yvette. And since you were never in the room to see me sing happy birthday to everyone, you know, it's like, that's how I do. That's how I sing happy birthday. I've been doing it so many nights for so many people, and it really was the joy of my time at Berber, singing happy birthday at the end of the night. So cheers to you and your fantastic, fantastic personality and blessing in my life. And I put the strawberries in the rosé. I could not make a frosé. I wanted to make a frosé. It seemed so appropriate for the suburbs out here. And be lounging by the pool and drinking a blended beverage. But I found out that you need to freeze it for 6 hours before you blend it. So we'll be doing that on another episode. So for now, just cheers to some rosé and strawberries, which is good. And afterwards I will eat these and they will be delicious. Okay, back to the recipe. Back to the recipe. Oh, I look kind of buff there for a second. I was like, whoa, hey. My magical assistant's laughing. All right, so this recipe is super simple and it's gonna go really fast, like that. So as you're watching, think about a song that you guys might want me to sing tonight. Kippy, you have any ideas? Lodo's watching. Yes, my Moraga peeps are on now. What do you guys want to hear tonight in terms of a song? And I'm gonna look and see. And Kippy says, check your sound on Facebook. Oh, the live video has no sound on Facebook. Okay, thank you, Kippy. All right, so Kippy, let me know if you can hear it now. Is there sound on the live video for the Facebook? Thank you so much for letting me know that. I'm waiting for your response on this screen as we go back and forth from screen to screen. God, I hope so. Otherwise, this is a silent movie, and I'll try to animate myself more so people can understand the recipe. Will you go check, Magical Assistant, you can check the sound on your phone, the app. That's a good idea. Because Kippy hasn't said, oh, sounds great on Insta. Okay, great. He's not hearing me on the Facebook. And this recipe is good, so you need to know about this, because occasionally it's time to bake a cobbler. This is a pretty easy dish, and so the Insta's working. Maybe Instagram is fine. Maybe take the mic out. What about now, Kippy? Is it good? Because we took the mic out of that. Still waiting to see if it's on the Facebook. Gosh, the waiting is killing me. No moon at all up above. This is nothing like they told us of. And to think we fell in love and there was no moon at all. No moon at all, what a night. Even lightning bugs have dimmed their light. Stars have disappeared from sight, and there's no moon at all. You guys hear me? No. Yeah, oh, it's coming through, okay. It's coming through. If you need atmosphere for inspiration, dear, one kiss will make it clear that tonight is right and right, moonlight might interfere. No moon. Okay, good. He can hear me. Okay, excellent. Thank you, baby. Back to the recipe. All right. So what we have here is rhubarb, and I have cut it up into smaller chunks because the key here in this recipe is you don't want your rhubarb to be undercooked. You need it to be smaller. These are 1/4 inch chunks. Can you see that? That's like a 1/4 inch. Now, if your rhubarb is thick and big and stocky like this, you'll want to cut it in half so that you can make smaller chunks. Also, the smaller, skinnier ones are less fibrous and are going to be tastier. But if you got a big one, you know, hey, cheers. I mean, all right. So this, sorry, I'm only on my first glass. I'm already getting carried away. Actually, I hope Yvette is watching. Okay. All right, so what I have here is about 4 cups, 1 pound of cut rhubarb. And to that, I am adding my strawberries. Strawberries, I got a flat of strawberries. We got a flat of strawberries from the farmer's market today, and they're so divine. And I have to say, there's something really different about strawberries from the farmer's market versus strawberries from the grocery store. The difference is just incredible in terms of flavor. The flavor is like they picked it when you were supposed to pick it, not a week before so it could ripen on the way to the grocery store. So these are they taste like a strawberry. And the snowsberries taste like a snowsberry. And so we're doing about 3 cups of that. It's gonna be roughly, the recipe calls for 3/4 pound, but this feels like 3 cups is good. So it's, I'm just gonna toss it together, and it looks to me, when I just look at it, like not enough strawberries. So I'm gonna add a couple more. Not the one that I dropped on the floor, of course, but a couple more. And perhaps you've seen some of my knife skills. So make sure that your strawberries are not too big. We gotta make sure that they're similar in size. This takes longer to cook, and this takes less time to cook. So strawberry is gonna be a little bit bigger. And so I've got that all in there together. 3 cups of strawberries, 4 cups of rhubarb, and some of these strawberries look like I need to chop them one time and then maybe add a couple more. So in the process of cutting these strawberries, let me know what's going on out there. Drop it in the comments. What's happening today? How's everybody feeling? Are you guys bored? Inspired? Scared? Inspired? You know, if you have OCD, you're probably through the roof with this one. I love people with OCD personally. I really do. I mean, the more hand washing, the better. It's for me. But anyway, I'm looking in the comment section to see if anybody has anything to tell me here on Instagram. I see Jordy Woods saying, hi, how are you? Are you in Hawaii? Where are you? Old friend of mine, and I'm leaning forward and I can't see what it's saying on that screen. I need some glasses. Yeah, I'd love to know how everybody's doing. As soon as I said snozberries, I'm sorry, but it just popped into my head. And I just have this constant radio going. Take a look and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. Right? Isn't that such a great song? I think that the world will forever miss Gene Wilder. Oh, you could just tell that he was really, you could just tell that he was one of the best of the best. I mean, one of my favorite actors of all times, for sure. Take a spin, let's begin with a spin. Traveling in a world of pure imagination. Living there, expectation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it, want to change the world, there's nothing to it. Right? Talk about changing the world. I'm wondering what the world is going to look like after all of this. I'm wondering if singers and musicians will have gigs, and if we will have concerts, and whether the old venues that we loved and will open again, and whether people will feel comfortable out going to see a concert. I really think about that all the time, because one of my favorite things to do is see live music, and I love to be in a huge crowd and hear the cheers and energy from people. And I'm just hoping that we're going to get back to concerts and gatherings, and I don't know how long it's going to take. So in the meantime, I'll just be here hanging with you guys. And it looks like people are watching, and Joyful's watching! Woo! I've made it! Ladies and gentlemen, Joyful's watching. All I had to do was do it on the Instagram. You know, I was told recently that Facebook really is, you know, not the medium. So we tried the Instagram, and here it is, and now I got Joyful, and now it's working. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you're here. All right, so Joyful, now that I can kind of see you in that screen, a little, tiny bit, give me a, give me a request, baby. You know, because you know what they say? They say, when I'm good, I'm very, very good. But when I'm bad, I'm better. That one's for you, babe, because you know it's true. I'm really good at being bad. I'm good at being good. All right, so this is looking really good. It looks a little better to me. I kind of made it even. I did about 4 cups of rhubarb and like 3.5 cups of strawberries, so it might be too much, but we'll see. We shall see. And so what goes in here next? Our sugar. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Just give me something to talk about my mystery to figure out. And it's all about this sugar. This is the only sugar I really use. Why? Because it is lower glycemic, meaning that it digests a little slower, so it doesn't spike your blood sugar as much. It has more nutrient density, and it's just as sweet and delicious. So it's definitely more expensive, but your money is worth it. You know, and Sabri is watching. Hello, Sabri. So the deal is the money that you put in and the money that you invest in the ingredients and the food that you eat pays off forever. So if somebody ever says, yeah, that's too expensive, organic food's too expensive, well, it's true, it is. It is. I mean, you know, coconut oil, it is coconut sugar. But it's worth it. It's all about quality, not quantity. So, except for that I've been baking a dessert every week, which makes me think maybe I should put a little tip thing up there too. All right, back to the recipe. Let's see, because we got to buy all this coconut sugar. 1/3 cup brown sugar or 1/3 cup coconut sugar. And do I have a 1/3 cup measure here? I don't. I do not. Negative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a 1/2 cup. Because coconut sugar is sweet, but almost not as sweet. So if it calls for 1/3 of brown sugar, which it does call for 1/3 of brown sugar, and I looked up a lot of recipes. I'm going to tell you why I'm using this recipe. I'm going to go ahead and do a 1/2 cup of the coconut palm sugar, which I have tried many brands, but I'm going to add into my YouTube channel what brands I use, what I like, and then there'll be a link there in case you're interested. But I want to say this is the best one I've tried. Tierra Sol, also Big Tree Farms, very good. And Momo's watching. What? Babe, what do we have to say? Ooh, ah, ah, ooh. I'm speaking in tongues to Momo. Okay. This is our friend, our dear friend for many years. Cheers to you. I'm so glad you're watching. We're making a strawberry rhubarb oat flour crumble if I ever get to it. Yes. Okay. So we have sugar. And what else goes in this little mixture right here? Of course, the usual pinch of salt. And I like a splash of cinnamon. You like a splash of cinnamon? I'm into it. I'm like Emerald. 2 more drinks, 1 more bottle. It's gonna get freaking good. Okay, and then 1 tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. If you guys are worried about not getting this recipe because you really care about making it, which I think, yeah, it's cool. Later, you might. It all lives on the YouTube channel, Just Add Heather, and we are slowly adding those recipes up there, but we're getting it done. We're getting it done. And Momo says, just stopping by to say hello. Well, thank you so much for being here for however long you're scrolling through. For those of you who are scrolling through, I hope to keep you here. I don't know what to do. I do know what to do, but I don't know if that's legal. So, and not that I care about that stuff. 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. I don't really follow the rules kind of gal. I like to live a little bit on the dangerous and wild side, you know? 1 tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon of, is it 1 teaspoon? I think it's 1 teaspoon. I personally would just do 2 tablespoons because I know that these strawberries are gonna let go of a lot of liquid, so I'm gonna do a heaping teaspoon, okay? So, yeah, that's the cornstarch, sugar, cinnamon, dash of salt, and strawberries and rhubarb. Super simple. We're gonna put this aside and whoop up the crumble, and I will find something to stir it with. Oh, baby, 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 it's a wild world. You know it's true, right? Hard to get by just upon a smile, girl. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. Hello, Lauren, nice to see you. And also, oh, you froze. I can barely even read what you said up there. Something. I love that you're telling me something though. And Steve Soto is watching? What? Oh my God, Steve Soto. Okay. One of my oldest buddies from New York of 25 years is watching, but that's only because I'm on the Instagram. Clearly, going on the Facebook all these times, all these 8 times, is not the move if you want to get your old school homies from New York, because they're on the Instagram. And anyway, so Steve, how's it happening over there in Puerto Rico? What's life like? Are you guys quarantined in Puerto Rico? Are they? I don't know for sure. Are you guys quarantined? Is it coronavirus times in Puerto Rico? Steve, you're over there? Let us know. I'm looking in the comment section, babe. I can kind of see it from over here. I really think that everybody does want to know because you're in Puerto Rico. Like, how's it going over there? All right, so this is what this looks like. It looks so sexy. Look at that. This is it. This is it. All right, so I'm putting that aside. That's a good. Get some of this good. And now we're gonna do the topping, which I looked at a lot of recipes. I wanted to do something maybe with almond flour, oat flour. I wanted it to be gluten-free, and so I found an oat flour one, which looked really good. I have not made this recipe, so I'm really excited to try it out. I've made a ton of crumbles and crisps and pies. I've made all these things 10 times sideways, but it's really fun to search through recipes and find out which one might be the best, tweak it just a little bit for you, and then put it out and let you know which one is the best, because I'm gonna do the research. And Steve, if you're still watching, Steve, cheers. Cheers to that last tattoo you got. Oh my God. With that in mind, I'm gonna pour a bottle. Oh. Oops. That was an accident. Magical assistant is laughing in the background. All right, we're gonna take forever to make this recipe. It only takes 15 minutes. For the filling, we already did that. For the topping, it is 1/2 cup. Whoa, 1/2 cup coconut sugar. Again, back to the coconut sugar. We could use brown sugar. Brown sugar is delicious. The difference is it just digests different. It's just gonna get you more like woo. It's gonna give you the massive endorphins really quick. Not that this won't, but so this says 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna put a little extra because coconut sugar is not as sweet. So I'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay. I was trying to think about what to sing tonight. I had no idea at all when I came on camera, and I had also no idea that it was gonna be you know, from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So I'm just like here winging it, dude. I'm winging it to the maximum, even though I am actually a real pastry chef. So if you give me a song, I'm freaking stoked because I have no idea what to sing here during these times. And Joyful says, jam for us. I will, I'm gonna grab the guitar as soon as I get this mixed up. It's happening super fast, baby. But I just mean a cover tune because I can cook and do it at the same time. All right, so this is oat flour. If you cannot purchase oat flour from Mr. Bob Bread Mill, then it's very simple to take the actual oats and just throw them in the blender. Blend them up. They'll make a flour, and that's all there is to it. Just blend them up. Yes, she says make up a song. Okay. I usually do that with my guitar. I have a lot of things that are on my mind though, so I worry when I make up a song that it's gonna get inappropriate really quick. 3/4 cup oat flour. 3/4 cup, ladies and gentlemen, of the oat flour. And I really wanted it to be with oat flour because I remember eating in a really fancy, super schwanky restaurant in Hollywood about a year ago and trying an oat flour crumble and thinking, yes, this is like an oatmeal cookie on my pie. What could be better? And oat is full of fiber, is super healthy for you, does not have, I mean, if it's gluten-free oats, traditionally it does not have gluten. And it is a good source of fiber, a good source of iron. Okay, so there's our oat flour. 3/4 cup oat flour, ladies and gentlemen. Keeping it going. And 1/4 cup, it says, of rice flour. I'm not down with rice flour. I just think, and yeah, a cover tune, please. Oh, Nina Simone. Okay, yes. I got a Nina Simone song for you. Absolutely have one for you. Let's see. But first, let me think. Oat flour. Oh, okay. So we have 3/4 cup of oat flour in here. 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons coconut sugar, and it calls for 1/4 cup of some other flour. My choices are almond flour or gluten-free. I want this to be like a cookie. So I'm gonna go with the gluten-free. Hello, Bobby baby. Don't you want to sponsor me? I love your products. I love everything that you do, Bobby. And I'm gonna use your flour tonight. So let's go with 1/4 cup of the Bob's Red Mill gluten-free 1-to-1. It's mostly rice flour, so right in the vein of what we're talking about. Now what's different about this recipe and all of the other recipes that I've looked at is that there is baking powder in this recipe, which I like because I want it to be a cookie crust on top. And it's happening! Matthew Rogers is watching. Ladies and gentlemen, what happens when your favorite chef in the whole world is watching you make something? Oh my God, I'm dead. Just dead. I'm so happy. Okay, I better be good. Oh shit. Okay, so now, all right, we're making a raspberry strawberry. Did I say raspberry? Okay, I'm not even fucked up enough. Okay. Strawberry rhubarb, oat flour crumble. Strawberry rhubarb, oat flour crumble. And he says, hey babe. Hey babe. Okay, for my first guest on the show, when we get things rocking here, in the perfect world, in perfect scenario, I would like to have Matthew Rogers on the show. And we could talk about food, we could talk about so many things, because I gathered an immense amount of inspiration from this fantastic chef. So, and dear friend. So as you know, we are now, 1 teaspoon baking powder goes into this, which is gonna be what makes it more like a cookie on top, which I like because you have choices. If you do a crisp, it's really gonna be like crispy and buttery or oily, and it's not gonna have a fluffiness to it like a cobbler, which I want. So I decided to do that. And this recipe calls for 1 teaspoon baking powder. And I just wanted to get past putting this together, Joyful, because I'm going to give you your request. Is this a teaspoon? No, that's a 1/2 tablespoon. Whoa. Drinking and baking. It's not illegal, but it is a hazard because your ingredients cost money. So, all right. So that's 1 teaspoon. And then I'm looking at this recipe, but I want to let you know I tweaked it a little bit. I researched this shit, so had to find the right one. This is gonna be a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And for you, Joyful, and your request, I'm gonna lean in and say, I want more and more and then some. You know how I love that stuff. Oh, from now till doomsday. But I'll never get enough. It's true, ladies and gentlemen, I'll never get enough of making sweet, delicious things for people. This is a ½ teaspoon cinnamon, and it's really a heaping. I'm gonna say teaspoon, ½ teaspoon. It's more like a teaspoon. Yeah. Making desserts, making food, having people over. That's what I'm looking forward to more than anything when we're done here, is having people over and being able to celebrate together. So I need a ¼ teaspoon of salt, ladies and gentlemen, but I don't have a ¼ teaspoon. So what's half of a quarter? Half of a half is a quarter. So I'm just gonna do half of this half, bow. And if you bake a lot, you can kind of eyeball it. I'm gonna put the recipe up on the Just Add Heather YouTube, so do not worry about that. It will exist if you want to make this. So that was the salt, and then 1/2 cup of rolled oats. Where are you, baby, 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 baby? You send me. You know you send me. Oh, you send me. Honest you do, honest you do. So true. I don't know how songs pop into my brain like that, but they just do. I'm ready for you to make a request of something wild, something crazy, something that's not a jazz tune. And she says, no rush. Okay, good. Why is the baking soda a dark color? Huh. Baking soda? No, baby. This is baking powder in this recipe. We want, the difference between baking soda and baking powder is that baking soda needs an acid in the recipe, like apple cider vinegar or lemon juice or something to make it activate, and baking powder just does it on its own. It's right there. We have oat flour, 3/4 cup, 1/4 cup of Bob's Red Mill gluten-free flour, 1/2 cup of oats, 1 heaping ½ teaspoon of cinnamon, a ¼ teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon baking powder. I cannot even believe I remembered that. I don't even know what's with all of these brain cells. Okay, so that's everything. The next thing about this recipe is that it has an egg. It has an egg, ladies and gentlemen. It's true. So it's not vegan. I wanted to call it a vegan recipe, but I do use a lot of eggs, and I want to say that and when it comes to choices in eggs, and we're having a really tough time getting eggs recently, because, you know, they sell out. And Yair is watching. Oh, this is the best day ever! Look at my audience. Oh my God, my audience is killer tonight. I thought it was too late to go on, but apparently not. All y'all's dogs are up late making a crisp. Egg. Back to the egg. If you have a choice in eggs, look for something that says a pasture-raised egg. It's more expensive, but there's a reason why. Those chickens were not tortured. So when we talk about torture, the poultry and egg industry is pretty grim, real dark. So you want to spend the extra money to get an egg from a chicken that's not tortured. Why? So a pastured egg, we used to have 11 chickens, so I could tell you. The chickens get to go out, they get to eat grass, they run around, they eat worms and grubs and grass, and that means that the yolk is extra nutritious, and also that the chicken wasn't fully tortured, so you're not participating in like the torture of animals, which hopefully after this whole thing, people might start to think about stuff more, you know, like think about like, hopefully people will think about animal torture, I don't know. And this is a pastured egg. So we're gonna just whip it up and then put it in here, make some little crumbles, and oh, I need a fork. And then there is a fat in this. Hello. There is a fat, and it is, it could be butter. Butter would be delicious. God, butter is so freaking delicious. Can we just talk about that? Man, butter. Butter is everything. It really is. I love butter. But there's some shit that you have to deal with when you eat butter, so try not to have it as much and trade it out for coconut oil if you can when baking. Because in baking, can I just plug my coconut oil? Like, Nutiva, hello, local Bay Area brand. Why are you the best? I ordered this on, but you could probably order it directly from their site, Nutiva, and I don't know if you can see this, but you can also buy it in the store. But I would suggest getting a big tub because I use it for all my recipes. So I'm just gonna put this egg in here, and now it's our flour mixture and the egg, and I'm gonna mix that together, and it's gonna look kind of crumbly. And then I'm gonna use the coconut oil to drizzle on top. And what's interesting when I look at most of the recipes is the fat is in here. But when you drizzle it on top, I have a feeling. I got a feeling. Oh no, I'm not gonna do that one to you. That it's gonna make it crispier and just like more cookie crunch, which is what I'm looking for. So, I mean, what are you guys looking for? Anyone? Drop it in the comment section. Night owls in the house, absolutely, yes. Cheers to the night owls. I mean, now that our schedule has really adjusted so that we can, I mean, for those of us who are not working and are panicking, yes, but also we get to wake up when our body needs to wake up, which is an incredible thing, and so wonderful for your health and your mind and your spirit. And while we're battling all this, unknown stuff in the future, I feel like I want to have more egg in here. This is like not looking the way I want it to. I might just put 2 in here. Is that crazy? It's not very crumbly the way I want. I'm gonna put another one in. I'm doing this. I'm revising my recipe. What was I saying? When we come out of this, I really hope that we can retain some of the things that we learned in this experience. Just being more mindful about stuff, I hope. And, oh yes, that's right, we're all sleeping in. I don't know if I'm sleeping in. People that have to get up and work from home are probably like, you. I'm sleeping in. I have a natural calendar where I go to sleep like 1:32, that's my natural body clock, and then wake up, around 9:30, 10. How about you, Joyful? What's your usual? What's your usual? And somebody else here says, Crumble sounds good. Okay, all right, this got, I should have put a half egg, not a whole egg. Okay, now it's really doughy. Now it's super doughy. Super doughy. But it looks good. And we're still gonna add 8 tablespoons of a fat, which I'm using coconut oil. You could use butter, you could use ghee. And I put 2 eggs in it. I don't think it needed 2 eggs. I don't think so. So anyway, I'm gonna put a few more oats in there like that. And just soak up some of the egg. 1 didn't look good enough to me, I don't know. I feel like it was 1.5 could have been the move, but either way. Now I want more oat flour in it, okay. Nothing like improvising while you're live on camera. And how many minutes are we into this thing? This is only like a 15-minute recipe. Not even. Oh, 30. Okay, we're still hanging in there. I haven't even talked to them about my soaked nuts yet. And I've been soaking my nuts for 2 days for this incredible excursion. And I was gonna call Matthew Rogers today, actually, to say, hey, what's a good combination of coconut meat to raw cashews to coconut water and the raw cacao butter that I have to make a vanilla ice cream for this? And I knew what he would say. So I didn't even call because I was like, dude, I know. He's gonna say, look at my book. And it's true. All I needed to do was look it up on the Cafe Gratitude dessert book. But because I had too many other things going today, I decided to just, improvise. I'm gonna put this in the oven and make this cashew coconut raw vanilla ice cream for you. For you. Okay, so this is pretty simple. I have my coconut oil over here. Hello. So you can see the whole dress. Wait, You can see the whole dress. Okay, this is the coconut oil melted. 8 tablespoons, which means I really didn't even need to go with that second egg. That was a pretty dumb idea. Anyways, so I'm using, you could use a 10-inch pie dish or a 10-inch tart pan. And this looks to me more like a 9-inch. So I'm not gonna fill it all the way full because I want it to cook and not be, the thing is you can never have your rhubarb be not cooked. It's not good. And then what would be really nice is if you had some candied ginger, and you could put candied ginger in here, or just a little fresh grated ginger, or ginger in your ice cream on top to sort of make it pop. Or Matthew, should we put raisins in it? Raisins? I don't know. One time my mom made me a birthday cake that was it was a pie. It was a strawberry rhubarb pie, and it had raisins in it. And I'll never forget Matthew's response to raisins in the pie. He was just appalled. He was like, oh my God, how could you even put raisins in a pie? It was excellent. We never forgot that. So we don't put raisins in the pie. We do not. And I don't think we want to make it any more than this or it's not going to cook. So I'm going to leave this set aside for something else. I don't think it's a good idea to eat raw rhubarb. I'm not exactly sure why, but it just seems bad. It seems bad. And who's out there? Joyful still in here. Sometimes. What did she say? Insane in the membrane. Insane of the brain. No, that's not what she said. Okay. Okay, wait a second. I better have another drink. What was I singing just now? Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the topping that is going to rise a little bit because it has baking powder in it. And I put 1 extra egg. Bad idea. Do not do that because it's now much too gooey, and that was a bad idea, but it's still gonna work. Still gonna work. And it's gonna be like a fluffy, kind of more like cakey on top, which is what a cobbler is versus a crisp, which is more like an oatmeal cookie on top. So here we have this, and it looks sort of okay. If we didn't put the other egg in, it wouldn't be as gooey, and then it would sort of sprinkle and spread a bit more, and it would be like really ready for the oil or the butter, whichever you're going with. And so I kind of messed that up live and on camera, and that's what I did. All right, it just looked too crumbly to me. I think it's because the Bob's Red Mill is it's rice flour, but it has millet flour and something else in it, and it just is really, I don't know, it's really thick. So that looks sort of good. What do you think, magical assistant? Yeah, that's good too. Okay, he says yes. It's gonna rise, it's gonna get fluffy. I kind of wish I went almond flour on it. I'm gonna do it again with the extra. See what happens. See what happens. Since we're all living in a grand experiment, let's experiment and find out. And so for those of you who are full-time musicians, and I'm wondering what you guys are thinking. What you're thinking for the future, drop it in the comment section. I'm waiting to find out. I see some of you watching, and I'm wondering, what do you guys think? What are we gonna do? Okay, like I gotta know. So here is the 8 tablespoons oil, which seems a bit excessive right now because I put that extra egg, but usually it would just be 1 egg and it would be very crumbly, and you would be putting the oil on top because it will make it crispy. And I just think, it doesn't need 8 tablespoons right now. I think, yeah, it does not. Matthew, what to do? I put an extra egg in there. That was so dumb. Okay, I'm gonna sprinkle it with sugar and call it a day. Sugar in the raw is key for making things crispy But I do not have any sugar in the raw, of course. I don't have any sugar in the raw. So I put about 4 tablespoons, I think 4 tablespoons of that on top. And I'm gonna sprinkle it with coconut sugar. And putting that on top, butter or coconut sugar, however you choose, is gonna just make it a little bit more crispy. And then a little bit of sugar in the raw should make it really gorgeous. Or coconut sugar, either way. So right now, I'm excited to see how this turns out. This is what it looks like. And you're gonna put your oven at 375 for probably 45 to 55 minutes. And just watch it, and it's gonna bubble up. And then underneath, remember to put, actually, I just remembered this right now. Oh my God. Put a cookie sheet underneath it, in the tray underneath it with parchment, because in case things bubble over, it will bubble onto the cookie sheet instead of your oven. And then set everything on fire. Fire! Fire! All right, that is in. Oh, I wish you could have followed me over there to put it in. And so it's in, but it needs a cookie sheet underneath it. Oh, do we even have a cookie sheet to put underneath it? Okay. Yes. And I'm setting the timer for about 40 minutes, and then I'm gonna check it at 40 just to be sure. But it's at 375, so I think it's gonna be a while. And then we're at 30 minutes, and I'm wondering, do you guys wanna see what cashew coconut raw ice cream looks like? That's a whole other episode, I feel like. Because it's already, what time is it? And Danya's watching. Oh my gosh, hello, Danya. One of the great beauties of all time is watching. Okay, so yeah, since it's already 11, we could drink more. That's what we could do. We could drink more and talk about it. I've been soaking my nuts, actually. And for those of you who just tuned in, thinking, what the hell is she talking about? I'm gonna let you know what I mean. So first of all, don't fuck with anybody with a cleaver. That's a fact. I'm pretty good with this thing. Also, when you've had almost a ball of rosé. So these are my cashews. I've been soaking them overnight, and I've drained them, and they're looking plump. They're looking juicy. They're looking ready to blend for you. And so they're gonna go into a Vitamix, which at some point, hopefully they'll wanna sponsor me again. I don't even know, do we do this right now? It's 30 minutes. Do we, or do I do any impromptu jam? I know, it's in. Okay, I'm gonna blend this later with the Thai coconut water and the meat that I cracked from earlier. I think I'm gonna do a separate episode on this, but I'm also gonna put in vanilla extract, a dash of salt, a little bit of some maple syrup, and some raw cacao butter. Blend it up and throw it in this super awesome $50 Cuisinart ice cream maker that is so easy. All you could, dude, it's $50, like, it's worth it. Because making your own ice cream is everything. And then there's this product right here. Am I just a well of information? Should I tell everyone what this is all about right here? This is the best product you could ever even buy. This is raw cacao butter, which you can make into your recipes, but I melt it down and I use it as a moisturizer because it smells like white chocolate, and it has many other purposes. That's a whole other episode. But for right now, Divine Organics, like, I'm bigging you up. Raw cacao butter. We're gonna make a white chocolate coconut cashew cream vanilla ice cream to go with this. But that'll be for Wednesday, I think Wednesday. And in the meantime, nobody's dropped anything in the comment section about how you guys are doing on day 41 of quarantine. So my nuts, putting them over here. And everybody, and so that's my favorite. Dave Burns says, that's my favorite. What, the raw cashew cream ice cream? The coconut, or when I crack a coconut, that's your favorite? Tell me which one you mean, because I need to know. Because actually, if you like me cracking a coconut, I got another one right here I could do. I'm just saying. Just saying. Just for giggles, we could do it. For fun, right? Because I have a serious buzz on. Okay, I think David Burns means cracking the cocoa. That's what he means. So you just want to like, whoop, make a little square there. I kind of butchered it a little bit. I mean, Matthew's probably like, jeez. That's right. Okay, there it is. That's what happens when you drink half a bottle of rosé. Okay, there it is. See, oh. Okay, coconut water, by the way, it cannot come in a container from a factory from across the world. When I look at coconut water in a container from a factory across the world, I'm like, what kind of G is this? If you need coconut water, you have to buy a coconut. Bring it back to the original source. There's too many factors in this packaging and transfer from the other side of the planet. Just buy a coconut. Super expensive, way worth it. And then you gotta get a cleaver, right? Okay, so while this is cooking, I think it's time for our impromptu jam, right? Is it time? While it's baking and we're baking, it's baking. We're baking, we're not dropping the guitar today, that's for sure. Let's make sure this sucker is really secure. Okay, all right. Give me something in the comment section though that I can sing about, guys. And don't hold it against me, I hope, that I'm not like a great guitar player. This was our jam yesterday in the backyard. While we're hanging out, catching some rain. I'm gonna try to make that happen. Trying to find out so many ways how we can evolve. And I believe in you. I believe in us. I believe in the human race. We're counting our days till we can get back to our normal. There's a lot to look forward to. I can't wait till you come over to my house. I can't wait to jam with you. We're giving zero fucks about it, so I'm just gonna try to make this bar chord. And I'm rolling in with a lot of faith of all the good things that I've gained, and over the days I won't wait for. I can see your face in person. And I believe in the human race. I believe we can find a way. And by the way, we don't exist as Americans. We exist as human beings. And this is a world race, and we're all in it together. And we're all here trying to survive. Take a little time, when you get high. Yes, it's true. I'm feeling very high right now. we can do. And in the meantime, let's do something too. Get through it all. And I'm just making it up every time that I pick up my guitar. I really have 0 words in store. So if you could just drop me a line in the comments section, I'm gonna go ahead and make that my direction. Ooh, baby. But I can barely see what's in front of me until it was too late. And it was in front of my face. I was riding dangerously, taking so much for granted, and my life was going crazy until now. So let us reboot. And is that the right word? Reboot. Fill yourself up, fill up your cup, and I'll see you next time. Well, we'll make that raw nut milk ice cream. And then, you know, hopefully we'll come up with a different jam. I never know what it's gonna be. But I have to say that I do get a little nervous. I get a little nervous every time I go live, thinking about what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna say, how is it gonna go, and you know, is it worth it? Is it important? Does it matter? All of these questions go into my brain. And you know, the truth is that we're supporting each other right now. I have my community, and I'm reaching out to everyone to say, you know, that we're all supporting each other right now. It's one of the most incredible moments that I've ever experienced in my life as a human. And I can't wait to see how it all unfolds for the community of artists and performers out there. And yeah, Bay Area. Whew! Let's have some strawberry rhubarb oat flour crumble and call it a day. Mwah! Until the next time, I'm with you. I see you soon. I'm gonna press it. No. I can't.